Good morning, everybody. Jayy here with another War of the Visions video, and today is a very special video because today is the day that we talk about 120 Aileen, the unit everyone who watches my channel knew I was going to EX straight away. In fact, I had her at level 120 like the very first day. I've gotten some chances to use her in PvP, use her in PvE, kind of just play around with this unit, and I think I'm ready to do my review on how she fits into the game. So let's get to that right now. Okay, before we get into it, if you do need to buy some Amazon coins, get some more Visuor, please do consider using my Amazon coin affiliate link in the description. It's the best way to support the channel, and it doesn't cost you any more money. In fact, if you using Amazon coins is just smart if you can, saves you up to 20%, and you're just giving me some of the money instead of Amazon, which, seems like a good idea to me. So please do that if you can. Now, let's talk about Aileen. Let's talk about 120 Aileen and what you're getting out of her. I think the best place to start here is looking at her ability board. What did she get from going to 120? She got 3 new or upgraded skills, basically, right? She got Shadow Stick Enhancement. We'll go look at that. She got Earth and Glory Enhancement. We'll go look at that. Importantly, these are 2 moves that the AI likes to use, and she got a new move called Piercing Impulse, which is a great move. We're going to go look at all 3 of those. But let's also look at this. Agility +2, Agility +2, and Agility +2. That's 6 more agility to Aileen's kit that she desperately needed. One thing that held her back before was she was very slow, and she's still kind of slow, but she's not as slow, and that really helps. So I appreciate those buffs. Now here's what I'm running her on for this video. Attack up level 1. That's just going to give her some more attack, and Pierce Mastery. Notice that I'm not running Self-Sacrifice because I'm going to be showing her in an anti-magic group for a lot of this video. Now, magic is one of her weaknesses, so we're seeing if 120 Aileen can overcome a weakness of hers and still perform in PvP because there's so much magic out there. I felt like that was the only real way to give her a fair shake. Let's look at her upgraded abilities though. Okay, Shadow Capture. This is upgraded Shadow Stick. You can see it hits in a little bit bigger AoE. This is really important for her. It gives her more range to this ability, and she's very, very good at catching more than one person in this attack. It says medium damage, hits like a truck. It's a great move, super good thing for them to upgrade. We also have Universal Glory. This is upgraded Earth and Glory, still hits in this kind of same AoE, just does larger damage. Like, it just does a lot of damage. It's a big damaging AoE ability. The AI will use this sometimes, but it's kind of awkward how you have to get into position to use it. Then we have her newest ability, Piercing Impulse. This is by far her best ability. It has large damage, hits in an up to 5 space range in straight lines, and is piercing. So if you get people in a line, she'll hit all of them. Love this move. Love that they added it. Great addition to the kit. Now let's look at her stats overall before we head into a group and look at her stats. This is just her not in a group. 3690 HP, that's good. Attack at 592, okay. We'll see what that ends up with in a group. And let's look at what we could boost that to if we swapped out attack for self-sacrifice. You could put it at 730. You know what? Let's just go for it. Let's put it at 730. Let's run it like that in this group. Now I'm also running Soldier Sub. In Soldier, I like the buff Hazard form to give her a little more attack if she'll use it. And then I like Drain Force, obviously, right? Like, maybe there's going to be a tank that we run into, and this will do the most damage. Pop that Drain Force, Aileen. Cool. All right, what's next? Let's look at the team we're going to be running Aileen in for our adventures today. We're running this squad right here. Really leaning in to the Earth element. We're getting both Earth Elemental Mastery buffs from Christmas Venera and from Ryryu. We're getting a lot of magic resist from Fenrir, from the Armor of Light. We're getting agility from Black Rose Helena's Vision card. And this is Aileen's stats in this group. 5318. Okay, I can get behind that. 1206 attack. I can get behind that. And then 81 agility, which for Aileen, hey, fast Aileen is scary Aileen. Okay, let's go into some fights and see how she actually performs with this setup. So the first thing that I want to test is guild battle performance. And as you know, if you're playing in guild battles right now, the most prevalent thing you're seeing is this squad right here. The light wall squad. Let's take a look at this one. This is Sakura, this is Yuna, and this is Warrior of Light, and that's a 120 Yuna. So let's swing into this and see how our like anti-magic Aileen can kind of do, because if you're an Aileen fan like me, you know her biggest weakness is magic. She sucks against magic, but we're just stacking that magic resist, and we're gonna see if we can overcome her weakness with like clever building. Now, on this map with Aileen, one thing you really want her to do is that right there. She needs to start the fight by buffing that Uldoa TMR. It gives her the defense piercing, it gives her the AP regen, it's going to give her a chance to go out here and one-shot some people, assuming she doesn't die to, you know, some magic abilities. Now, Yuna's going to target our tank here, which is perfect. Venera, very ready for that, takes about 1 damage, and gets the taunting spell off. So, really important to run the tank. Now, this Eternal Pain is going to hit Aileen too. What kind of damage is this going to do to our girl? If this kills her, the build sucks. It doesn't kill her, she lives, so what can she do in return? She's going to go for the Limit Break, Drill Impact. This will lower Earth Resist and do a lot of damage. How much though? 4,600. It's enough to kill Sakura. Check the box, that's what you needed. This build could survive the initial hit from the magic and then return the damage with enough to kill. Now, unfortunately, Yuna exists in this game. Here's full life onto Sakura, and she's back in the fight. Now, she walks up and auto attacks, and that's not good. And then Paralyzing Edge. Oh, man. One thing I really like about Aileen is she'll drop Paralyzing Edge. Now, against high faith teams like who we're fighting right here, that can be really effective because it can paralyze. And high faith teams are, you know, vulnerable to the paralysis. There's an auto attack, 2,000 damage. You're going to like that. Great evocation from Ryu. We finish off Sakura. And guys, things are looking pretty promising here. Our tank has kept the hate. Aileen has survived the enemy's opening round attacks. And we're sort of just cleaning this up at this point. We lived through the full life. Ryu just killed Warrior of Light. He's going to come back to life once. Just giving Aileen another chance to show off a little bit. She's going to summon Titan, her #1 Esper. And he's going to, ooh, I don't know that I've seen this animation too many times. Let's appreciate this. This actually looks kind of cool. Like, he's a big boy right there. He's going to drop the earth on Warrior of Light. 3,000 damage. My goodness. Okay, that's a win. We cleared a full HP light wall team in Guild Wars. I'm feeling pretty good about that. This is not Aileen's strength. This was magic. And she went out there and did the work. So far I'm going to check that box. She can perform in Guild Wars on this map, but this map is weird. So let's check out a different map in like a PvP arena, stuff like that. Yep, okay. Next up, we're going to do some free matches. Now, we have all the like massive amount of rewards from free matches right now. So these are really fun to do. And I hope people continue to do these because like the Hermes sandals recipes, these things you can go get from free matches are so worth doing. Now, this map is real short, which you might think, oh, this is good for Aileen. She wants to get in there and fight. The problem is sometimes she can't get her TMR cast off. Now, it looks to me like with the initial placement on this map, we are going to get to use our TMR, but we're not against a full magic team. There's a Ruinstern out here, and Ruinstern might be an issue for us. Now, there's the hate. Our tank has aggro. That seems good, but again, no buffs. This map does not allow for that initial round of buffing, which means we're just going to have to eat this damage without the magic resist buff and without Ryu popping his revives. Aileen's really far away. She's going to have to pop her TMR, but I would be surprised if we get very many turns here. Aileen might have to try and like one-shot everybody because as it stands right now, she's the only one left in the match. Maybe the team will stay stacked up. They did not. That is unfortunate. Bursting Light will not kill Aileen, but what can she do? She's going to walk up. Universal Glory, her new move, kills 2 people. It's Aileen versus Garvel 1v1. Garvel, Twin Chi Rupture, kills her. That's the fight. This person used initial placement, and that initial placement was too good. But even though we lost, look at that damage. Aileen walked up there and just smashed Ruinstern and Yuna. So, you know, had some things worked out differently, maybe we could have won that one. I'm still going to say Aileen performed really well there. Just, you know, the other team was running mixed damage, not full magic, and we got smashed. Let's go to another example. Let's go to Arena and see how she does on that map. Okay, now the beautiful thing about Arena is you get to pick your opponent. So we could come in here and say, aha, look, we have Garvel, we have Sakura, we have Tidus. This is mostly magic damage. We're ready for magic damage. We're going to get our buffs off, and we should be able to, like, tank through this damage. We did not get our magic resist buff off last game. Ryryu didn't get his revives on, and you saw it just cost us. Aileen had to try and 1v3. She couldn't quite do it. This map, you can see, we're going to get all of our buffs off. We're going to be able to set up the way we want to. Enemy team, same thing applies to them, but Tidus is probably going to be our biggest problem here. He's the one who does the slashing damage. He's the one who we're not going to be built to resist. Garvel gets one punched by Ryryu, who, by the way, is a beast. Now, there's Heistaga from Tidus, so he's going to be fast. So Sakura. But look at this. Venera has magic barrier on and her magic resist. She's going to take, like, maybe 3 total damage from this Sakura limit break. It's not going to hit Aileen, so we're not going to get to see what Aileen would take. She actually just takes nothing. She just sort of ignores it. She's like, you know, we're going to divide 1 by 0 and break the world. What can Aileen do? Piercing Impulse, her new move, almost 5,000 damage, 1 punches to Sakura. That 1 punch ability, still there. And as long as the game state exists, where Aileen can be 1-punching things, Aileen's going to be a good unit. What can she do to Tidus, though? She walks up, she says Shadow Capture, her other new move, 6,500 damage. He's quite dead. That's a win, and looks good to me. I mean, I don't just mean the picture looks good, because the picture looks good, but the damage looks good too. So, there we go. That was 3 examples of Aileen on 3 different maps, each time with a magic resist build. There are other builds you can do, and they're kind of trolly, in my opinion. The evasion build, specifically real trolly, I'm not going to grade on that. I want Aileen to be like a true bruiser, and I think you saw right here, she's a very high damage bruiser who can hold her weight. Let's give her some scores, and let's wrap up this video. Okay, so to wrap this up, I want to give Aileen like a score, like I was reviewing a new unit, because this EX Aileen is kind of a new unit, in a way. But what I want to do is talk about, like, if you should think about EXing Aileen, if it's, like, worth it and how she kind of holds up. So you see the scores, like, those kind of speak for themselves. She does a ton of damage. She can trade back and forth pretty well. She has good AoE ability, and she's not super slow anymore. But she really brings, like, no utility to the group, and her movement is bad. Her movement's so bad sometimes she, like, can't do things. Like, actually just won't do things. So those suck. But I am going to give her an 85 overall. But that score is, you know, just personal thing that I made up. The real question is, should you build her? Should you spend your resources on EXing Aileen? And I think you really only do it if you're like me, or like Akito, or somebody out there who just really likes this unit. Aileen's just one of my favorite units in this game. And what I think that this early round of EX units that are old is taking those old units that have like really niche followings and making them viable. She's super viable. You can absolutely run her. She's going to move in my tier list from like that bottom tier of like, hey, you should really be careful about this, to like usable tier. I was running her into her worst matchups, magic teams. I was looking for magic teams. Now I was built to fight magic teams, but previously with Aileen, it didn't matter. You just couldn't do it. Now you can do it. You can build her to be magic resistant. She can take 1 or 2 hits, and when she trades back, she annihilates them. So it is doable. I'm not saying everybody should go invest in her, but if you do love this unit, she's super usable, and I have been using her religiously since I got her to 120, and I'm getting like 5 stars at Guild Wars. It's been good. She's been doing great for me. Yeah, if you're still here, thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, throw the channel a subscribe, hit that like button, and yeah, look forward to Tidus, Auron, and Yuna reviews coming out in the next couple days. Okay, later everybody. See ya.